Okay, all right. So I am doing a brain retraining, also known as an attunement or a rewriting, rewiring, recoding. And I'm doing it on flu-like symptoms and it's that come along with that. And I'm okay with it because I know that it's part of the limbic system, thinking that it's protecting me. And this is just one of the its that I've been working on. And it's gotten so much less resistance, and I can go months without experiencing it. And I understand that it's protecting me just in a dysfunctional way. So I'm choosing to do something I want to do now, while I feel the its of this. And I'm wanting to send and recode and rewire into this experience a new message. So there's no judgment on it. And I know it's doing the best it can. So I thank my limbic system because I'm in the awareness that it's creating this pattern from a past memory structure, a past experience that it had. When it wasn't able to do the things that I'm going to choose right now. And it's just bringing up those old memory structures. So I see it as a way of it recalibrating itself, sort of like a new adjustment level. Because I've been doing more and more activity in my life, and all within my level of knowing that I can do it. So I do believe it's just a new adjustment level, and I'm choosing to accept it and surrender to it and just let it be what it is. But at the same time, give it a new message. So the new message is that I am choosing the frequency of boundless energy, because this is something that brings me into a higher vibration. And even though I feel the uncomfortableness of the tension, of the flu-like symptoms, the resistance in my body, and the other its, I'm still choosing a new frequency that's within my capacity to do. Because I know that when I make this choice, it starts to open up more and more experiences for me that I would have avoided in the past. Like going to Target. Yes, it's something so simple like that. But Target is one of my favorite stores. And I just love going there. I love shopping. And I love walking around and looking at all the beautiful items. I love shopping for clothes. And I just get this beautiful feeling. And I love walking around and looking at the books. And even though there might be a little dip, I always know it's worth it. It's worth it because I get to start teaching my body that we can handle this. And another word for this is incremental training, exposure. And I show my body with more and more exposure that we can get through this. And look at how far we've come from a year ago. It's incredible, So many new opportunities have come into my life that I wasn't able to do a year ago, that I am doing now. I'm driving again. I'm having new experiences, and I'm able to handle it with ease, joy, and satisfaction. I'm washing clothes, I'm cleaning house, I'm making dinners, I'm making lunch and breakfast, I'm prepping my foods, I'm creating, I'm writing books, I'm working with clients. I'm just doing so many things. So the choice that I want to do now is I want to bring the same thinking into my mind again, with my values of creating choice and value together. And I've created this relationship with my body where the trust between me and my body is expanding. It's stretching. It's becoming wider. My riverbanks are becoming wider. And the boulders are still at the bottom of the river, but I can't feel them at the top. And I know that they're there. And I might bump into some of them, but so often my body goes around them and it remains in the flow. So my body is in a place of knowing that she can trust me. So I choose something that I know is attainable and just a little bit challenging. Not to the point of destruction, just the next best step for me. The next best step that I can bring to my mind for me, because I'm already doing so many things. So the next best thing for me logically is just to be able to go outdoors and do my hour walk after I do my morning routine, my morning daily sexy structure. And so I get up in the morning and I fix my bed. That's the first thing I do. I fix my bed and I go do my orienting. I do my morning brain retraining, my morning daily sexy schedule, and then I go to the bathroom. I take care of that part of the morning. I get dressed. I make my juices. I drink them. And they taste so good. So I want to bring to mind that after I do all this, I want to be able to go outside and do my 45-minute to an hour walk around the neighborhood. And being that I live in a forest, when I'm walking through the mountains, there's a lot of hills and there's a lot of very steep hills. And I've been living here for a few years now, and I've been doing this for quite a while. That those hills are no longer mountains to me. They don't phase me out anymore. Now I go up and down the hills with such ease because I've been practicing. And I can feel the ground under my feet, the pebbles under my feet. And they sound kind of crunchy. And I like to listen to the sound as I walk. It reminds me of part of my divine design. The sound, the music that nature plays as I walk along. And as I walk, I look up at the trees, and these trees are over 100 feet tall, and they're hundreds of years old. And I just admire the seasons that they go through. And I imagine that I'm like this tree rooted to the ground. No matter what season comes, they're always beautiful. No matter what seasons come, they can handle the storms of life that go on around them. With every changing season, the rain, the snow, the cold, the hot, the humidity, and their roots, they're always the same. You just can't see them because they're under the ground. And as I look at the trees, I imagine that I'm just as strong as them and I can handle anything life has to bring me. I can handle the vulnerabilities of life. I can handle the tensions of life. and I can handle them simultaneously. And as I look up at the tree, I imagine a golden ball of light enter through the top of my head, swirling down into my body, into my heart, to every single cell of my body, feeling the divine intelligence in every single cell. And I feel my body being grounded with nature. And this energy, this golden ball of energy, goes down into the ground. Just like this tree, I'm connected to at the core with Mother Nature. And I can feel the strength, and I can feel the stability and the ease that it takes for this tree to stand erect in all its power. And I feel that oneness with the universe. And then I bring this energy back to my body and into my heart with a smile on my face. I continue to breathe in and out, grounding myself. And I continue to walk, and I see this. I see this big tree, and I see this small tree that still have leaves. And some of them have lost their leaves, and I see a bundle of orange leaves, red leaves, green leaves, just beautifully mixed colors, floating in the air, dropping to the ground with such a beautiful dance. They're dancing with such ease. And I continue to walk around the loop, and I notice the strength in my legs and the strength in my arms, my body, in complete coherence with itself. And I stand and I just stare at the deer that are crossing across the road. Because even though we live in the mountains, the neighborhood loop is a paved road. And I stand there for a good moment, and I see the deer and the wild hogs and a whole group of turkey, about 30 of them. The animals are always in the forest. I'm still just standing there, letting them cross. They live in such harmony with the forest. It's my favorite part. And I even stop and thank them. And I admire their beauty. And I continue to walk around the loop with such ease and grace. And there are moments when I pull out my chair and I sit and I grab my orange juice. I don't sit because I have to. I sit because I like to take in the environment and enjoy the scenery, enjoy nature. And I take my orange juice out from my little baggie, and it still feels fresh. And I take my straw out, I shake it up, and I take a few sips, and as I sit there, I admire Mother Nature. I admire the breath of God as I feel the wind in my face. And after a few minutes, I put my drink back into my baggie, and I grab my chair. It's a round chair that just pulls in and out, and I fold it up, and I continue to walk. I continue with my walk, and as I look up, I see the sun. It's hitting me right in my face, right in my eyes, and I feel connected to Central Source as I feel its warmth, its nurturing warmth on my face. And I know that this divine intelligence that permeates every single cell in my body is smiling down on me. And I smile for this wonderful opportunity to be out, exploring and experiencing life in the middle of the forest, and feeling contemplation and gratitude for Mother Nature and Central Source. I feel grateful, and I give thanks. Thank you. I continue to walk for another 45 minutes, and I'm almost home. And I've done the last mountain with such ease and grace, and I feel the muscle, the strength in my calves. I feel the strength in my solar plexus and my buttocks as I go up this last mountain with grace and joy in my heart. And I feel certain that that was just my destiny. And as I'm getting closer to home, and I'm getting closer by the door, my little puppies come out to greet me. And they bark, and I pick up Cutie, and I just love on her while my body is coming back to balance. I sit on a chair and I embrace my dogs full of love. I can feel the love and the happiness within my whole being. And it's this color, this beautiful natural green Mother Nature, the heart chakra. From the point of view of the energy centers. And this color is just immersing me with such nurturing love and holding me. She's the best mother anyone could ever have. So full of love, understanding, and compassion. And I feel her love, and I hug my dogs and I put them down. And I feel this new state of being. And because I'm someone who enjoys movement, I do this again and again on a daily basis. I just love my life. I love my life. I am full of vitality and I love my life. And I dance through life with boundless energy and unbridled joy. When I go on these daily walks, and I'm still thinking about this choice, and I feel sovereign. And I know that I am sovereign. And I'm a sovereign being, and I'm okay. And I'm home in myself, in this body that I've chosen to house my soul and the rest of me. And I remind my body of the many years that I've spent at the park, walking around the track with my girls. I spent years walking and running and doing cardio, dancing around the track at the park where people are always walking around me, smiling, laughing, talking to each other, saying hi to one another. And I used to put in the time to go walk, and I was able to do 6 miles easily in an hour by running and jogging and walking. And I feel good. That's my value. My value is that I love movement. And it's a good feeling that I remind my body of the ease that it would take me to do this. And having my girls there with me, sometimes walking beside me and sometimes sitting at the bleachers. It brings such a great memory to my mind. So much love in this memory with my little girls, which are now little women. And I stop and reflect on when did I stop believing that I could do this? So I'm just getting in touch with the memory of when I stopped believing that this was possible. And I never stopped believing it. However, when I got COVID, and so many symptoms arose months after that, my body went into a shutdown mode. And when Paul died, the shock of him leaving home one morning and not coming home that afternoon, it sort of put my body in some sort of trance of unexpectedness. And I think that was okay. It was an uncommon situation. Something really, really hard happened to me, and my body felt it. my body had not been given the opportunity to express itself because I was using spirituality to bypass the trauma, which I no longer do. And I never intentionally meant to believe these things, and I never will. And I really believe it at the very core. That's just my body went on a certain journey. Even up until now, I never stopped believing that full recovery was possible. Every day since I've been through this journey, I put in the work that I've known how to do at the time, and what I didn't know would always show up for me. I will go out and seek it. And even when resistance came up, I've been aware of the resistance. And I'm not a new kid on the block. I've been practicing my spiritual life for decades. And it's okay that I was doing some toxic positivity for a hot minute there, using spirituality to bypass the body. But when I learned that I was doing this, I made those changes, and this journey has just been so different than anything else. Because losing Paul was not like just losing a job. And even though I know there's no death and he just moved on, the beginning part of this journey was still getting used to his physical presence being missed and being gone, and that did take a while for me to process. So this journey arose because I had a lot of things to heal. And I know that had I not had this journey, I would not have gone so far into myself to heal them. But the truth is that now I feel good. I feel okay. I'm okay with my body to release the resistance now. And I know that I'm okay now. And I know that I no longer carry these old memory structures of the past. The inner work has been done for a few years now. And when they come up, I quickly pull my tools to take care of it in a way that's processing, and not in a way that just tucks it away so it can come out again later. And I know that very soon that won't even be an issue anymore, because I'll be fully integrated into my new ascension of activating more of who I am. The ascension process of activating more of who I am. But I know that a certain pattern was created, and I got a nervous system injury. So that's what I'm working on now, working on creating recovery from this now. So yes, I'm coming back to my heart. I always come back to my heart to do my breathing and get grounded. I focus on love while I breathe in and I breathe out. As deep as I need to, as shallow as I need to. Just focusing on the breath on this moment. So I made the choice not to be afraid of the past, because I remember that it's just another memory structure that I'm willing to unlearn, so that these protective responses can release the resistance. And understanding that my body was simply trying to protect me and saw and did the best for me, and I'm happy and I'm proud of my body because it did the best that it could do. I'm not afraid of the past anymore, and I understand that this is just the limbic system impairment. And now my subconscious can create the health that I know that I am from the divine presence, from the truest part of me, my higher mind, my higher self, that I have full vitality. I am full of vitality, and I dance through life with boundless energy and unbridled joy, and I love my life. And as I remember that a lot of people went through COVID, a lot of people got long COVID just like me, a lot of people have lost loved ones, and they're humans just like me, and they recover. So I know that this is possible. So as I give myself permission to connect with my higher superconscious self, And I feel that the answer is yes. I'm always in connection with my higher self. It's ready and willing for me to consider to continue with this attunement. And another, my body is always feeling things in the perfect order and in the right amount for the right amount of time. It does what it can, bit by bit, journey by journey. And when those nagging little intrusive thoughts say, you've been working for this for a few months and you're still not fully able to run, walk, I say cancel, delete, unhealthy. Because I know that I've been doing much better. And every day and every way I'm doing better and better. And I'm so proud of myself. I am so proud of you, Sylvia. So I know that there's parts of me that are still working through the resistance. And I began to ask them to join together. And I asked the superconscious to prepare to attune all the body systems related to this choice. So whether it's a digestive system, a hormonal, an endocrine, chakra, meridians, anything related to this choice, please tag and highlight this particular pathway or body structure to align with the choice of my true self. Okay? All right. So I take a moment and I see the image of doing exactly what I want to do. Walking around my neighborhood, around the loop. Just walking, and I'm following this butterfly because I've been emerging back into life, and the butterfly is a sign of my emergence. And I keep that image in my head of the butterfly. And as I remember that I will become a butterfly. That a butterfly over and over in its life, transitioning from the narrow view of the caterpillar to the uncomfortable place of the chrysalises, finally to a butterfly where it spreads its wings and it flies and it emerges. So I prepare to integrate these parts, and I bring up the question, what would it feel like for my body to be able to fully live this choice right here, right now? What would it feel like? And I bring that feeling into my heart as I hold Cutie on my chest. And I rub her little body, and I laugh, I smile, I giggle. I feel like a schoolgirl who got her very first lunchbox, and she's so excited to put her lunch in it and take it to school. And I feel gratitude, because I'm a person who moves on a daily basis. And I choose to teach my body that I walk an hour every day just for the fun of it, just for the love of it. And I'm showing my subconscious what it feels like when my body is creating the biochemistry, the regulation, whatever it needs to live this choice. I'm showing my body, and I'm feeling, and I'm imagining this image of the butterfly and all the work that this butterfly had to do while it was resting in the cocoon until it finally emerged into the world and slowly began to move away from the cocoon. It started to flap its wings until it got the right concept of its presence, that it could fly. And that's the image that I bring to my body. And what does my body need to be able to do? Higher self, see the patterning in the truest part of me, that it can inform the limbic system, the hypothalamus, how to create this repatterning. And it's possible, and that it's possible to have a body that runs just like this. What does the body need to be able to do? Thank you. And I've already been doing so many things for so many years, and I live in a sexy, structured way. Waking up, doing my morning routines, my brain retraining, my orienting, my eye movement exercises, moving all around the house, walking around the house, walking up and down the little road, increasing my leg strength, cleaning the house, moving things around just to bring beauty eating the best nutrition that my body asks for, getting on my PMF, doing my stillness moments, meditations if you will, keeping my body in a calm and healthy environment, and leaving the old baggage behind, releasing the past habits that no longer serve me, and interrupting patterns that are intrusive and don't benefit me. And now my body knows that despite the past, my brain state creates automatic biochemistry, automatic function, and it's the brain state that I need to create this particular experience. So I remind my body that it's time for me to take over my body and to find any part of my family history, my ancestry, that might be affecting the ability for me to have this desired end result. To open up the DNA sequencing pattern and prepare the DNA to have an epigenetic switch aligned to this choice. So I prepare to rewrite this particular sequencing, holding space and having compassion for my family history. And what would my body be like if there was no family history, no programming on the epigenetic function of what my body feels like? And the truth is that I would have to disbelieve the old programming for this belief to work. I would have to be able to release those programs and instill the new ones, that I am full of vitality and I love my life and I dance through life with boundless energy and unbridled joy, and that anything can be switched and changed easily, and I am free from the generations on both sides of the family as far as they go, and I am such a powerful genius that I can easily switch my epigenetics by reclaiming this body as my own, by allowing my true self to claim the DNA as my own. And I accept this truth, whether it's supported by anyone else or not. I accept this truth for myself, and I choose to bring the new truth, true me, to my new timeline. And I send the signal to my DNA right now that I can change my genetic expression with the vision of what's possible. And I see myself without any of these memories of the past, because I have released them, and I am free of family history. I am free of many beliefs that have been given to my body of what to eat, what to drink, what to restrict, what to limit, that have been in me since childhood, from school, from society, from authorities, and just simply things that I've read, and that no longer resonate with me. They no longer resonate with my true self. Thank you. So higher self, open up the files, unwind these memories, rewrite them, update them to my current timeline. My body is limitless, and I dance through life with boundless energy and unbridled joy. Rewrite them, update them, my current timeline, until it is true. I am balanced, blessed, calm, and cheerful. I am fully involved in my adventurous life. My body is limitless. I am trusting, joyful, and inspirational, and grounded. I am motivated and playful, purposeful, and happy. My body is limitless because I am a human being of love and light. I am a sovereign being of love and light, and I am quite capable of switching my epigenetics. I am capable of writing an entirely new lifeline right here, right now. With my new brain state, I am letting go of all the old roles that are limiting me in the old memory structures that I adopted to try to keep myself safe with compassion and love. I'm letting them go. As I thank them for trying to protect me because they no longer serve me, I let them go with love and compassion. And right here in my body, I bring the vision again to mind, what it would be like if I didn't have any limitations. And I bring it up again, and I show my nervous system that I dance through life with boundless energy and unbridled joy, that I am full of energy, that I am easily walking around my neighborhood around the loop. I am enjoying the scenery. I am surrounded with the trees. I can feel the air in my face, the sunlight in my face. And I sit down, I take out my juice, and I take a few sips. I look at the environment around me, and I feel boundless and unbridled joy. And I give these statements to my subconscious. What would I be able to do? In a body that's limitless, in a body that can handle anything. So higher self, I want you to treat the belief that I am already able to do all of these things, whatever the image is, easily. I'm already able to do this. Treat the belief until it is true. I'm already able to do this. I have the health to do this right now. My vital force inside of me just waiting to be unlocked, having everything I need in me right now. I can do this. I got this. I'm okay. I treat this belief in my timeline until it is true. I dance through life with boundless energy and unbridled joy. I dance through life with unbridled energy and boundless joy. I dance through life with boundless energy and unbridled joy. And the divine intelligence in me has everything it needs to live and breathe and dance and sing and speak the truth. The divine intelligence is a life force that is in every one of my cells. That is the intelligence that has created all of the things of the world and everything beyond. It knows everything and can do everything instantly. So I call upon the parts of me that would resist this choice, simply not knowing better, simply because they feel that they're keeping me safe, because the past patterning, the past memory structures have them confused. They don't want to disappoint me. They're doing the best they can with the knowledge that they have from the past limited memory structure. So please treat all the emotions of beliefs and behavior higher self and teach the power to join the current timeline. Given the choice that I am better off and safer by going for what I truly want. I am better off and safer for going for what I truly want. I am balanced, blessed, calm, and cheerful by trusting that my body can handle it, by believing in, knowing that I can switch my epigenetics, by feeling this choice over and over, and teaching my body what it feels like to dance through life with boundless energy and unbridled joy. Higher self, rewrite the original memory that kept this part active and kept the main personality from making this choice and taking action towards rewiring the memory. Rewire the parts and include the belief that I am able to do it right now, because I have been doing this for over a year now, and I am now in a situation. I am now in a better situation. The body is not where it was a year ago. I am in a whole new brain state, a whole new memory structure, and I have the ability to do this now. And that was then, and this is now. When resistance comes up, I will remind myself that that was then, and this is now. I have new tools to regulate my body. And in this new timeline, my body is no longer controlled by my past. It follows my choices, my dreams, my desires, and I see the end results. And I am living my choices, and I am walking around the neighborhood, over the mountains and through the woods with grace and ease. With a hop in my step, I dance through life with boundless energy and unbridled joy. And I know that my epigenetics have changed, and I am untethered from any family history. My current reality is, it's all running in a new program, free of protected memory structure. I can live this choice. I can teach my body this new timeline. I am ready to do this now. True, divine, true self. Intelligence. Continue to rewrite, reorganize these memory structures regarding this choice. Releasing old memory structures that were created, that were creating resistance and ended and ended up separating me from my true self. My true self has the tools. My brain state is running in my current reality because I am free of the past memories. I am limitless. So many memories that were keeping me limited, because I am free now of the past memories, because I am free of the past. I am no longer limited. I am no longer limited in this current moment. Clear of my past. My body is limitless. In this current moment, clear of my past, my body is limitless, and I teach it how to function differently. And I'm reminded of what's my next best step, and how can I show my body the next best step. How can I show my body that I'm in a new timeline, that I have a new capacity, and how can I prepare to have these new experiences to see myself doing all possibilities. Now humans have changed and healed for centuries, for decades. So I will continue to do my best and change and heal just like anyone else. I continue to live my daily sexually structured life. I take care of my nutrition, my whole body holistically, and I take opportunities when they arise to show my body more and more that it is capable of doing these things. Higher self, take all the recorded memories into the matrix of the universe to be retrieved by the main personality state at this point. From this point forward, continue to tune the subconscious to see this new reality and this new timeline, this new possibility to be able to run the autonomic nervous system in the highest and best way. Thank you, higher self. And so it is. Disconnecting now.